Welcome to the book of Isaiah, Yishayahu, Perek Vav, Chapter 6. A lot of famous terms here that you probably said many times in your life, but you didn't know it was from here. That's what probably happened. So let's dive right into it. It starts with a vision, a very spiritual, intense vision, similar to what's seen later in the book of Yechezkel. And it says that the year that the king Uziyahu died, passed away, I saw Hashem sitting on Hashem's throne, and his throne is throughout his sort of hall of glory, hall of fame, if you wish. Now, what happened? Did Uziyahu actually die, or is it talking about the time, as the commentaries say? It's actually talking about the time that the Uziyahu got tzarat, he got leprosy. Why did Uziyahu get leprosy? Because he went into the Beit HaMikdash to bring the korbanot or the ketoret himself. Similar story to Nadav and Avihu. He got tzarat, and so that's sort of like he's dead. That is either way. It says Bishnat Mot HaMelech Uziyahu, as Uziyahu dies, I see the cloud of glory. I see God's glory. I see God on His throne, and the place is filled with the palace of Hashem is filled with angels. Now, very, very famous and spiritual psukim. We don't know exactly what the meaning of each is, but it says seraphim, which a seraph is a type of angel. Seraphim omdim ma'alo. There are, now again, just to make it very clear, in Judaism we believe there is no physical manifestation of God. God is a supernatural being, if you call it. And so what exactly everything here means, what the shapes of the angels mean, hard to say. So it says that the seraphim are standing above Hashem, or above his throne, and there are 6 wings. Each one of them has 6 wings, and 2 of the wings is used to cover the face of the angel, 2 is used to cover his leg, and 2 are used to fly. That's how the angels fly. Here's the verse you probably heard of. They all call to each other to ask for permission so that they all speak at the same time. They all make sure that they all speak at the same time. Kadosh, 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 Hashem tzvakot melok kol haaretz kvodo. They all call to each other, and then finally, together in unison, they say the famous Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh 3 times. And what happens after that in the quote-unquote palace of Hashem, Vayanu amot hasipim mikol hakorev abayti malei ashan. The foundations of the palace of Hashem shake, and the house is filled with smoke. And then Isaiah, who saw this intense spiritual vision, Va'omar, I said, Oy li ki nidmeti, woe unto me, that I became sort of impure, that I'm not in a, I've seen something that I'm not on the level to see. I am a man of impure lips. Now here's something that actually he gets criticized for. He starts talking smack about the Jews. He says, he says, I'm sitting among a nation with impure lips. So it's okay to criticize yourself. It's not okay to criticize others. And so, my eyes have beheld the God of the King. And now the rabbis say, because he described the Bnei Yisrael, because Isaiah spoke of Bnei Yisrael as a nation that has impure lips, he gets punished. One of the angels flies over to me, one of the seraphim flies over to me, and in his hands he has a piece of coal, he takes the coal piece off of the mizbeach and he touches it onto my lips. He puts it on my lips. It touched your lips, and your sin will be removed, and your iniquity will be atoned for. Who will I send to prophesy to the Jewish people? And then the famous words that actually I used to love hearing from the one and only Rabbi Jonathan Sachs speak about. He says, Hineni, here I am. He's always ready to take the leadership role. Vayomer, now here's a new section of the chapter, very difficult one. Vayomer lech v'amar l'am hazeh, go to the Jewish people and tell them, Shim'u shama, you will hear what I'm saying, v'al tavinu, but you will not properly understand it. Ure'u ra'o, you will see it, v'al tedau, and you shall not know. You will not know. Now it gets very tough. You know how Hashem hardened Pharaoh's heart? So that's what happens here. Hashem is, so to speak, hardening the heart of the Jewish people. They've sinned so much that Isaiah is told, go to speak to them, but their heart will be hardened. Hashmen lev ha'am hazeh ve'oznav achbed, make the heart of this people fat and unable to listen. Ve'oznav achbed, make his ears heavy. Ve'inav hasha, and make sure his eyes are covered over. Pen yir'eh be'enav, lest he see with his eyes. Voznav yishma, and he'll hear with his ear. Levavo yavin v'shaver afalo, and then he will be healed, which Hashem doesn't want. Meaning the Jewish people have sinned so bad that when Isaiah is sent to them, he's sent on a doomed mission. They won't listen to you. Va'omar ad matai Hashem, until when will the Jewish people continue to not see, not understand? Unfortunately, the answer is until it is too late. Va'omar ad asherim sha'u arimein yoshev, it is until the cities are going to be bereft and empty of any people. Uvatim mein adam, there's no people in the house. So there's no people in the cities, no people in the house. V'ha'adama tishar shmama, and the land itself will be barren. V'richak Hashem et ha'adam v'rabah azuva b'kerev haaretz, and Hashem will distant the man, and many people are going to leave the land. And after all this destruction, and after all this solitude in which the land will be sitting, guess what? Those who survive the purge, those who survive everything that I'm going to do, well, the od ba'assyria, even the 10th that is remaining after all this destruction, v'shava v'haita levayer, it will be burned again. In what way? Ka'ela v'cha'alon asher b'shalechet, just like a elah, an alon tree, which are in the fall time, everything falls off. Matzevet bam zera kodesh matzavta. So too, they will all also be destroyed. Not all, but many of them. And those who remain after that, those who remain after the second round, they will be the very holy offspring of Israel. That has been Parak Vav, pretty short but pretty intense. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Hashem, the vision of God. And most important is the idea that, well, not most important, but also very important, is the idea that the heart of Bnei Yisrael is going to be heavy. They're not going to understand this prophecy. They're not going to listen until it's too late, which would make you depressed if that was your job as a prophet. See you in Parak Zayin. Very, very, very interesting story coming up. Parak Zayin. Wow.